Hello. S- So the problem we are discussing currently is that the Visual Studio Code cannot see that this file is over here. The IntelliSense cannot identify this file, but you can see that IntelliSense can identify the IO stream file. So what the problem over here is the bits slash stdc++.h file is not a standard file, so it is not included to the location where or the other header files or the standard files are located for the Visual Studio Code. However, we have already installed mingw. I hope that you have already used mingw. So what we'll do is that we'll copy bits folder from the mingw to a location where the Visual Studio Code can find it. So I will go to the location where my mingw is there. So I'll open program files x86. Mostly your mingw will also will be here only because this is the default path. So go to this folder and search for the bits folder. Now we have found the bits folder. Go to the folder location. Now here you can see that we have different header files, and here we are having our required header file stdc++.h. So we'll copy this whole folder. However, we need only one file, but we'll copy whole bits folder and we'll now paste to a location where Visual Studio Code can find it. So now let's again look for that folder where so we'll go to program files x86 and we'll look for Microsoft Visual Studio. Now here there are two folders, 2017 and 2019. The other folder is for Visual Studio, and we want to locate to a configuration file for Visual Studio Code. So one thing you can check is that you can check the file. This is 6.3.62, so and this is 1.16. so most probably the size for Visual Studio will be greater than Visual Studio Code, and we want to paste in Visual Studio Code. Also I will show you the content so that you don't get confused. So this is the content of Visual Studio, and here we don't have to paste it, and this is the content of Visual Studio Code, and here we need to paste it. So 2017, we'll go to build tools, and now we have to search for the VC folder. In the VC folder, go to the tools, there MSVC, and this you might have different numbers, but just go to this folder and look for the include folder. In the include folder, there will be all the header files which Visual Studio Code can identify. And as you can see that here we have IO stream, where I can here we have IO stream, and thus it can identify that IO stream is over here, but there is no bits folder, you can see here. So what we'll do is we'll just paste bits folder. You need to give the administrator permission. Now after pasting this, Visual Studio Code should be able to find this. Now we'll go to Visual Studio Code. Once we'll refresh this application, then it will able to find it. Let's refresh it. Here this is the Visual Studio and this is the Visual Studio Code. So now you can see that the IntelliSense can find our header file. You can see over here. Suppose it will also give a suggestion. You can see that include bits slash std. You can see it is giving us suggestion now. Okay, so our code is okay. Let's try to test it. G++ test.cpp.a.exe. Program running successfully. So thank you guys. I hope this video will have helped you. Thank you.